Well, you know, everybody loves will it start videos. So now that I have this here 1969 Suburban 12, I have not tried to start this thing yet. Still don't like that little dinky muffler that's on here. Sounds like the baffles are junk inside. I might have a regular one to put on here, but I haven't done anything with this yet other than check the oil. I loosely put a battery in here. I haven't even connected the ground yet. I'm going to do this somewhat scientifically. I've already looked over the wiring. The wiring appears to be pretty good on this. It looks like the headlight switch had been changed at one point in time. The ignition switch has a newer style key switch, but it has the old style starter generator back on it. So somebody at some point in time had changed out the ignition on this, put a newer style switch on there. So probably some point in time in the mid 70s, again, kind of based on what the previous owner told me, they probably had done some work to this. So I'm gonna hook up the battery. I'm gonna make sure I don't let any smoke out of this thing after I hook the battery up. Turn the key on, see if like the headlights and the tail light work. I will bump the key, see if we have spark on this little nifty spark tester, and if we do, I may pull the air cleaner off and squirt some starting fluid in there and see if she runs. Now, if my theory is correct, this tank is bone dry. I'm betting the last time this tractor was stored, it was run out of gas. Most people that bought equipment back in the 60s and 70s took pretty good care of it. So I'm betting this tank was dried out the last time this thing was run. There's no varnish in there that I can tell. So if they clean the tank out the last time they shut it off, there's a really good chance that if I put gas in the tank, it'll start and run on gas. Now I haven't taken the carburetor apart. I don't really want to yet. I kind of want to see, just in the state that this thing is in, will it start and run? So let's go ahead and connect the battery up. No sparks when I connect the terminal on there, so that's a good start. I had a meeting canceled. I mean, I never ditch my work, but I did have a meeting canceled, so I'm taking a few minutes on my lunch break to come out here and work on this instead of sitting inside the stuffy house when it's a beautiful day outside. All right, I need a key, which I have in my pocket. So key here, just a standard key, put it in the ignition, turn it. The charge light comes on, the headlights work. Bonus and a half there. What about the tail light? Tail light works. All right, well, so far we're batting 500. Let's see if she cranks and if she has spark. Has some spark. Doesn't look fantastic. I guess I could put a spark plug in this thing. It'd at least be prudent for me to check the spark plug. So let me go get a socket. What does this have in there? Champion J8. Might have one of those. If not, I might have a J8C. But let me go see what I got for a plug. Well, I don't have a J8 plug. I have a J8C, which to me is close enough. I don't really know what the difference is. I think the ceramic part of the J8C is a little bit longer, and the C means something. I don't remember what, but ooh. That spark plug hole on this head feels a little bit loose. That plug looks like it might burn a tiny bit of oil, not too bad. Tastes a little bit dry. Yeah, not good. Well, let's put that over there. Let's throw a new J8C in here. Let me check the gap. Yep, it's got one. What the heck is that beeping? Must be the neighbor's house. Or the trash truck. One or the other. Alright, so J8C plug in there. Putting the old spark plug wire back on there. Let's take the air cleaner off. I love that this thing has the original air filter with the big pre-filter on it. They tend to just make a mess, but I should say they get messed up. They don't make a mess, they prevent a mess. Original Tecumseh air cleaner on here, 32008, oof. Soaked in oil. So I'm betting maybe the breather spews some oil out. So maybe this tractor has some blow by, because that's oil, not gas on this thing. I got it all over my clean hands. All right, does the choke cable work? Yep, choke works, good. All right, I got some old, or some new, I should say, Gum Out Jet Spray Carb Cleaner. So now that I know I have spark, let me double check the oil again. Yep, there's some in there. Doesn't smell like gas. Tastes pretty bad. But now that I know it's got oil, I know it's got spark, I know it turns over, it's not locked up. So our generator belt feels a little weak, but let's give it a little whiff of the old, pull that chocolator out and see if she starts up. At this point in every man's life, he needs to take stock on whether or not he really wants to turn that key. No way. That was too easy. That was way too easy. Oof, it stinks. Definitely runs. It's chuffing some gray crap coming out, which is to be expected. It's been sitting for who knows how long. You said probably at least 30 years maybe. I don't know if it's been sitting quite that long. Again, I think the battery that was in this was from the 90s, but there's a good chance that it's been sitting for many years. That wasn't exactly as easy as I expected it to be. You know, I always expect a little bit of a fight out of these. Kind of expected it would take like, 10 or 12 cranks before this thing would fire, but I am pretty impressed. These old Tecumsehs, some people may not like them very much, but man, they're tough motors. Didn't sound like it was knocking too bad. Well, there's the start, first start since I got it. Do I dare put some gas in the fuel tank? I don't know. Let me see. Do I dare? Let's see. The fuel shut off bulb or screw was left open, so there is a chance that the carburetor had gas in it. This one does not have a fuel pump whatsoever. It does have the plug in the block, so if I need to put one on, I can. Let's just put a little whiff of gas in there. Where's my gas can? Over here. Let's just put a sniff or two of gas in there. See if she starts up and runs. If she does, this is going to be a short video and I'm going to be very happy. All I'll do is clean around the motor really good with some engine degreaser, and then eventually I'll have to put a head gas. That's not how you fill up a gas tank. Eventually I'll have to put a head gasket in it because it whistles. I know it's going to need a head gasket here soon. Alright, there's just a little bit of fuel in there and a little bit on it. Hopefully that doesn't start a fire. Where's my, I don't know where my fire extinguisher is, but hopefully I won't need it. That's got some gas in there. Should be down in the carburetor by now. Let's see if she starts on her own on fuel. This is the real test. choke halfway. Holy crap! Wow! That was way too easy. That was way too easy. Is it dripping? Darn, carb's not even dripping. I shut the fuel off so it would shut off. It even charges the battery. I don't think most of my other Tecumseh ones, the charging systems on them work. This deal just keeps getting better and better and better and better. So there you go. There's a will it start video. Cranky Motorsports, my new 1969 Sears Suburban 12. Picked it up this weekend. I knew it was a good machine. I had no idea how good. Now I know. I got to pull the side cover off of this thing. I have to change the clutch spring because I know that's broken. The drive belt for the mower deck is pretty beat up. The outside layer is split on it, so I'll have to get a new mower deck belt. This deal just keeps getting better and better and better. I mean, so I've put a $3 spark plug into this thing and fresh fuel and a battery that I borrowed out of one of my other tractors, and it fired up right away. The headlights work, the charging systems work. I mean, the steering on it's tight. Even though it's covered in grass and it's a little bit grimy, I think this tractor is going to be a phenomenal addition to the Cranky Motorsports stable. I'm really, really, really happy that I bought this thing. Thank you, Mrs. Cranky Motorsports, for letting me buy this. That's going to do it for right now. Next time you come back, I'll be working on putting the new clutch spring on this thing. I wonder if the steering wheel would come off. I might have to try actually taking the steering wheel off and see if I can get the dash out, because I would like to change the cotter pin on the side of the dash with an eye bolt. Not really easy to do when the dash is on here, but yeah, so we'll see where that goes, but holy crap, it runs. Thanks for watching Cranky Motorsports. Have a great day. God bless America. Keep tractoring.